Berths at state were on the line this afternoon at Josh Davis Natatorium for the Region VII-6A championships. We start on the boys' side, where Churchill senior Samuel Player set the tone in the first individual event of the day, the 200-yard freestyle. In a heat with 3 previous state qualifiers, Player took control with a dominant back half, surging to the win in 1 minute 38.65 seconds. Madison's Jackson Kennedy took second. That wasn't the only event Player dominated in. He also struck gold in the 100-yard freestyle, touching first in 45.22 seconds. Player ended the meet as the only male swimmer to win 2 individual events, and that earned him Swimmer of the Meet honors.
I know I'm not fully rested going into this meet because I'm saving it for state, but I felt pretty good in the warm-ups, and I knew I could go fast. I was crazy. I couldn't believe it. Like, it's so hard to believe that of all the people who swam in this pool, that is the fastest. So I was just... it's kind of mind-blowing to me.
Fellow Charger teammate Leo Luna also got on top of the podium. He fought off a tough challenge from Clemens' Jacob Brem in the 500-yard freestyle, hanging on to win in 4 minutes 35.53 seconds. Brem settled for second. Thanks to a total team performance in the final session, the Churchill boys ended up taking home the overall team title, and head coach Mark Jedow took a dive in celebration.
Go! We weren't expecting to get the win. We knew we were close, but after the relays, we weren't sure if we had it. It means a lot. It was so exciting.
Meanwhile, District 25-6A flexed their muscle throughout the meet. Boys 200-yard individual medley, Clemens' Conley Savage, the district champion, dominated the field, rolling to the win in 1 minute 51.78 seconds, and he was fired up with that swim. Churchill's Jake Peterson will join him at state. Next up, boys splash and dash 50-yard freestyle. This one came down to inches, and Taft Jr. Victor Salcedo gets his hand on the wall first in 20.89 seconds. Reagan's Luke Pryor takes second, and Smith Valley's Amechi Nawazi settled for third. The difference in those 3 places was just 6/100ths of a second. After the break in the 100-yard butterfly, Clark Jr. Jackson Stallworth, a state qualifier last year, showcased in a massive improvement, throwing down a 49.88 swim. He was the only swimmer to break 50 seconds in the race.
It felt really good. Last year I got third, it wasn't the best time here, and to go as fast as I did, not shaved, not tapered, felt really good. So I was really excited about that. It was more about the racing at the time. Last year it was more of a make state and I make it, and who cares what happens there because I made it. But now, that's my big shave and taper meet, so hopefully I can actually make an impact there.
Stallworth was back in the water later in the meet for the 100-yard backstroke, but this time the race belonged to Madison's Jackson Kennedy. After a third-place finish in this event last year, Kennedy would not be denied. He touches first in 49.56 seconds, a new regional record. Stallworth takes second in 50.44.
It feels amazing. I mean, I'm just putting all of my faith in my coaches because I know that they know exactly what I need to do. And yeah, I'm excited with all of what I've done, and I can't wait for state.
Then, 100-yard breaststroke. After a slow start, Steele senior Sam Hernandez rallies with a strong second 50 and defends his regional title. He gets the win in 58.05 seconds. The relay saw plenty of great swims. The 200-yard medley relay jump-started the session with an impressive performance from the Smithson Valley Rangers. Joe Hunt, Carter Hill, Chris Mickelson, and Amechi Nawazi combined to win the event in 1 minute 33.54 seconds. That's a new regional record, breaking their own mark set last year. The Rangers traded out Mickelson for Ejike Nawazi and followed that performance up with another win in the 200-yard freestyle relay, edging out Churchill for the win in 1 minute 25.09 seconds. And finally, boys 400-yard freestyle relay. This one went right down to the wire. Clark in a tight battle with Clemens, and the Cougars team of Stallworth, Ethan Crowley, Braden Mendocina, and Keith Elms combined to win in 3 minutes 10.05 seconds, just under a half second ahead of Clemens in second. Congratulations to all of the boys this afternoon on qualifying for state. Shifting gears now to the girls' side, and this meet came down to a battle between 2 District 26-6A teams, Johnson and Reagan. The Jaguars got in the win column right off the bat with a dominant performance in the girls' 200-yard medley relay. Jada Scott, Rhea Sahota, Samantha Robles, and Michaela Moore combined to win in 1 minute 45.49 seconds. That's a new regional record, a perfect way to start the meet. Scott, a freshman, then doubled up with an impressive swim in the 200-yard individual medley, rolling to a convincing win in 2 minutes 2.85 seconds. That's a little over 5 seconds ahead of Clark's Jessica Engel in second. Robles, a junior, then followed that performance up with a clutch swim in the 100-yard butterfly. Locked in a tight battle with Reagan's Sophia LeBeau, Robles scrapped her way to the wall to win in 56.79 seconds, winning by just 6/100ths of a second. She, Scott, Michelle Parsons, and Elena Beach would then team up to win the 200-yard freestyle relay in regional record fashion again, as the Jaguars finished atop the girls' standings and earned the regional team title. But Robles said her swim in the 100 fly was more difficult than she anticipated.
I just felt like all the pressure was on me. And then like towards the last 25, my cap started falling off. So I started worrying about that. But thankfully, I still made it. I'm so proud of my teammates. Like, we've worked so hard for what we've done.
The Rattlers came in second in the team standings thanks in large part to junior Morgan Bartley. The defending regional champion in the 50-yard freestyle and 100-yard breaststroke lived up to the hype once again. She took first in the 50 in 23.29 seconds, breaking her own regional record from last season. And then in the 100-yard breaststroke, Bartley dominated from start to finish, touching first in 1 minute 4.14 seconds. She's heading back to state in both events.
I just went in, I wanted to do my best, and I just got regional records and a regional record, and it was so amazing. Just having my teammates cheer me on. I got out of the pool, and they all congratulated me. It was so amazing. I love REAGAN.
Bartley was also a key contributor in the 400-yard freestyle relay at the end of the meet, as Kaylee Coffey, Elena Garcia, and LeBeau survived a late surge from Johnson to win the race in 3 minutes 32.24 seconds. Coffey had a busy day herself. In the 500-yard freestyle, she led from start to finish, leading a 1-2 punch for the Rattlers with a time of 4 minutes, 59.44 seconds, the only girl to break 5 minutes. Teammate Leah Nader took second in 5:05.28. Let's shift gears a little bit now to the 100-yard backstroke, and this event was all about Smithson Valley's Lainey Skrobanek. The sophomore sensation jumped out to an early lead and never looked back. She finished first in 57.42 seconds. That's nearly 2 full seconds off of her seed time, and she was the only swimmer under the minute barrier. Johnson's Gabby Maudlin took second. And last but certainly not least, Steele senior Evelyn Bruner showcased her own special brand of dominance at the regional stage for the last time. The Texas A&M commit defended both of her regional titles in the 200 and 100-yard freestyle events. She won the 200 in 1 minute 49.78 seconds, a little over 2 seconds ahead of Coffey, who took second. The 100 was a much tighter race. Jada Scott gave her a run, but Bruner proved too strong, winning in 50.48 seconds. For her performance, Bruner earned Girl Swimmer of the Meet honors, and she ends her career with 7 individual regional titles.
It's so exciting still. I wanted to obviously break pool records, but you know, it's exciting to be where I am at, as well as still being right on my times, and there's always state.
The top 2 finishers in each event automatically qualify for the UIL State meet. That competition begins 2 weeks from now on February 14th. Reporting for KSAT 12 Sports, I'm Andrew CELY.
WC.